What's happening, people? Brick out here on the platform. About to head on in, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. First take last week wasn't too bad, man. Because it wasn't really about narratives and all this shit. It actually spoke sports, man. You know what I'm saying? They kept that shit straight sports, man. And with some good discussions, man, I don't know what the new host lady name is. She did a good job. Cam and Brian Clark, they filled in pause. They did a good job as well, man. They did a decent job to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just want to hear sports takes and not narratives and shit like that, then they did a hell of a job, man. But she first of all, shout out to Indiana. They crushed Alabama. At Georgia, Ole Miss, that was a very good game, man. And Oregon did their thing yesterday. So today, they were talking about the SEC and is it over for them and stuff like that. And most people feel like they all had very interesting points. It ain't over for the SEC to me, but for right now, like Ryan Clark said, you gotta sit down. I'm not an SEC guy, obviously I live in New York, but they're not, you know what it is, they're not dominating the way they used to, you know what I'm saying, like, and they don't scare anybody no more like they used to. And even Paul Feinberg, as much as an SEC guy he is, he had to acknowledge that. Cam even acknowledged it, but he made some interesting points, like they'll never be out of it because of the TV deals, and that's still the place to be. So that made a good point. The other good point was when the young lady, the host, came and said,
there is Manhattan bound.
Only people really complaining about NIL and transfers and portals and stuff is the SEC. So she doesn't really hear anything from other parts of the country, just that area. And I gotta tell you, man, I agree with her. Because the reason why I agree with her is because everybody else now can benefit from NIL. It evens the playing field, and she said that. And that makes sense, because now it's like some players, even though with the ability for players to get paid now and no more being slaves, because that made no sense anyway. You recruit me to come to your school, to play. I have no job, no money. My whole focus is to play football in school, and I'm starving out here. Meanwhile, you guys are making millions of dollars off TV deals and commercials and ticket sales and all of this stuff, and jersey sales and and merchandise and all this shit, and they get crumbs. They get nothing, matter of fact. If they go out and make anything and try to do something with their name, they get banned and make it look like they're the scum of the earth.
Or drink alcohol on the subway. And if you do,
so with the NIL, it kind of levels the playing field. Kids are able to make money. All these students are able to, get a few dollars now, support themselves, and now they have the freedoms to transfer schools. They don't have to be stuck in one school, which helps and hurts certain programs, because when it comes to transferring now, a smaller school that a player might go to, they might not be able to retain that player. If he's a star, he wants to transfer to Duke or one of these major schools like in basketball or something, or if it's college football, they may be in a school like Cali, and they might be decent, but they know they go to the SEC, they'll get more exposure. They could go that way, and it kind of makes it hard for those schools to build. But also on the flip side, now all that overload of talent that the SEC once had is now leveling out because a lot of players feel like they're ready to ball. They don't want to sit behind other players a year, 2 or 3 years and wait their turn. Nah, if I could transfer to another school, why not? Or if I made my mark here, but hey, I'm not really respected and I can go somewhere else and really shine and boost my my profile, then why not? Those options are now open, so that levels the playing field. So there's no more monopoly when all the talent is just going to one area, but they still have the advantage because most of the talent that they pick up is from that area. So she made some good points, man. And I totally agree with her.
There is
Anyway,
in heaven bound
I'm out of here, man.
6
You guys
train
enjoy
2
the day. Let me
reaches
finish publishing,
Seattle
man. Peace.
Station.